The move we have today is called the circle swipe through, and it looks just like this. There we have it, the circle swipe through. One more time. All right, so that is the move. It's a variation of the swipe through that we got comfortable working with in a previous lesson. We're gonna go ahead and set down the tin because that move stays exactly the same. We're doing just this across the body like we did before. This time what we're gonna focus on is the bottle itself, because instead of just moving this comfortably from side to side, we are gonna make a big nice circle with it. All right, so a couple little different variations you can do. You can start with it right here. Ultimately what we want to get to is just a grip change. Whether you do that change right here and then just complete this circle is fine. What I like to do is give it a little more dramatic. I think it just looks better. It's a little more fun, is to really get some momentum, really kind of toss and lift this bottle, and as it's in front of you, that's when you change your grip. And the grip change is just going from holding it comfortably like you normally would. Throw that, and we're going to change the grip so that the wrist, it's just a spin of the wrist. Our wrist turns so that the palm is face up, the fingers are on the outside of the bottle facing the guest, the thumb is towards you. So that we're here, we change that grip, and then we're going to let, importantly, this pour spout just continue the circle, this kind of motion. This kind of has a little kind of a Miyagi wax on, wax off kind of momentum to it. So practice that part, get comfortable, do this over and over until we're really comfortable with that. Like I said, be it a small one, or really go for that big kind of dramatic flourish like so. And then we're going to add the tin. We practice one hand, we've got the other hand already comfortably down, we put them together. That is the circle swipe through. Don't forget to practice being ambidextrous, especially with this move. This is one of those moves that we're going to learn a lot of other moves that kind of expand off of that. I know I say that a number of times, but I can't stress enough how much a swipe through or a circle swipe through is really like this basic unit that a lot of Flair bartenders use to come back to go into other things, to transition. It's really a great all-purpose move. The other last point that I wanted to make is on your wrist change. Let me grab a bottle here that has a little bit of water in it. I see a lot of people, when they're first starting this move, they do less of a grip change and more of a spin. They just kind of rotate this bottle around like so. They end up doing this. And that's fine when you're practicing. Like, yeah, I've got the move, that looks great. But when you actually go and have a bottle that's got spirit, or for here, for this sake, for water in it, if we do that spin, we end up getting doused quite a bit. And as fun as that is, that's obviously not going to fly at work. So it's really not a spin around. Really make sure you're giving a little momentum and changing that grip and coming around with so. That also illustrates a good point that as we're getting comfortable with these moves at home with our practice bottle or with an empty bottle, make sure before you perform them at work, you're putting some water in the bottle, a quarter full to start, then half full, then maybe 3/4 full, putting a pour spout on that and making sure that you can perform these without spilling a drop while you're at work. That's the move. That's the one more time, the circle swipe through. Don't forget to be ambidextrous on this one. Practice, practice, and I'll see you in the next one.